What you are about to see is a discussion video based on the information and knowledge of the current reaction done by ArchitectCobra. Theories and ideas said in this video may be 100% wrong and may be guesses. For those of you who are lore Nazis and wish to ruin the show for ArchitectCobra for giving him information that you would only get from future episodes that he has not gotten to yet, then I suggest you turn this video off now. This is not the video for you. Welcome everybody to Fairy Tale Discussion, Episode 3, basically the GMG arc, Episode 155 to 157, 3 episodes that I just reacted to today, and today joining us is Justin, Richard, and Natsu. Yeah, welcome guys.
Hello.
So they told me just recently that they just finished my reaction, no, before getting into the call, so they are refreshed as you could possibly be on what those episodes were. So, just because I wanted a list to talk about, because I always forget about certain things, I went through, just kind of skipped through the episodes and wrote down all the important bits that we learned from these episodes. So I have a big list to kind of go through and periodically talk about and discuss and all that jazz. So, first thing is we learned that it's 5 members per team. We didn't learn about that last time. I was guessing, but yeah, 5 members per team. So the main fairy tale group is Natsu, Urza, Gray, and then Lucy and Wendy. Which at first, when I first saw that, you guys know my reaction to it. I was like, "Why them?"
You look very sad, Nick. You look sad. It's
well, because there was Loxus that he could have chose, and then like all this stuff that he could have chosen. And I at first, then I didn't know that Master had a second group, that had like all the top gear people. So when I first saw that 5 people, I'm like, "Why those?" Like, there's Loxus, there's Mira, there's there's tons of other people you could have chosen, but yeah, they chose
the
those
Tenro
3.
team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't replace Wendy. Wendy is Wendy. As we, Wendy's Wendy.
Well, you can't replace
Wendy
Wendy.
is obviously the show lolly, and you can't replace the show lolly ever.
Well, you literally can replace Wendy because they replaced her with
Plot
Elfman.
convenience it declines that theory of being able to replace you. Can't.
But yeah, so Wendy got attacked by Raventail's little monkey thing. I guess somehow, I don't know what the monkey thing has, magic or something. I don't know. Attacked Wendy. Wendy got downed, and she's now in the infirmary. And then Elfman stepped into her place, and that's where we stand at that.
I just want to say how dashing Ichia was when he was sniffing Urza.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
What I love about that is how quickly Urza's curb stomped him across the world. Just instantly when uppercut to the stars Team Rocket pretty much.
But hey, we can't forget his lackeys, the ones who apparently for some reason are following their guild leader's example, or not guild leader, really little master's example a little too much.
Yeah.
Why are they flirting with theirs? Or do they
they have a new member in their team, because it's five people per team, so it's Ichia and then the 3 pretty boy dudes, and then a rabbit. The rabbit. There's a random rabbit there. Just a rabbit. I don't know.
How does that feel?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense with their theme. It's like all these guilds, they have a theme, right? Quattro Cerberus is a dog kind of thing. They have spiked collars, all that stuff, and they always say wild. Then there's Mermaid Hill, which is all girl team kind of theme. Raventail is more dark kind of evil theme. Blue Pegasus is pretty much random in a sense. Same with Fairy Tale. And I guess in a sense, Lamia Scale and Sabretooth, they're all pretty random. Well, but a lot of guilds have themes.
Well, actually, Fairy Tale has a theme. It's called friendship.
Yeah.
They have a theme. They have a very big theme. Which I laughed when you said at the end of one of the episodes, can Fairy Tail overcome the adversity and make it back to the top? And you're like, of course they can. It's obvious.
It's
Fairy
obvious
Tail.
they're gonna do it. At this point in the show, they've not failed with their objective. They always won. So of course they're gonna be number one at some point. So after we learned about the 5 members per team, we learned that Sting and Rogue are 3rd generation Dragon Slayers, which I did not expect at all. So they killed their dragons, and they also were implemented with the 2nd gen magic lacrima thing that they like Loxus and Cobra have.
So they literally have the best of both worlds.
But yeah. Plus they legitly killed their dragons. So they have the experience to kill a dragon, plus being a dragon slayer and the lacrima. So they're OP. But I'm full on expecting a Natsu versus Sting or Gajil versus Rogue, because Rogue seems pretty fixated on Gajil. They always mention stuff you used to look up to Gajil kind of thing, and he says it was more of a what do you say? He said it was more of a fixation or
Curiosity. That he was a fellow dragon slayer.
Yeah. So yeah, I full on expect Rogue and Gajil to fight at some point in some kind of battle. I don't even know. I'm still kind of wondering about the battle system. And then Sting and Natsu. That will pretty much basically all. I guarantee that might happen at some point because they've been hyping that feud up all episode. Go ahead.
Oh, their first. I mean, I usually always think that most Dragon Slayers are going to fight each other. I mean, even back in the previous arcs, most of the Dragon Slayers, such as, even though Cobra's not a full-on, he's a Lacrima one.
Yeah.
You kind of assume that he'd kind of probably end up fighting Natsu. I don't know. At least when I first originally saw the arc, I thought it would at least.
We didn't find out he was Dragon Slayer until the battle, so it's
well, that's true, but I mean.
Well, actually, I thought Urza was gonna fight him just because of the poison thing.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's really.
I can see that happening.
I don't know. I don't know why. I remember thinking it was gonna just be them two fighting, Natsu versus him for some reason. If it wasn't actually for the Dragon Slayer thing, I remember. Maybe it's because they could both fly for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. Maybe it's just because I'm stupid and yeah. Actually, wait. Imagine that actually being a thing.
What?
The flying snake versus flying happy. As a
1v1.
Yeah.
Well, Cabello spits poison, so I'm sure Happy's dead instantly.
I love how everyone just discredits Happy instantly.
Happy is useless. All he does is just fly. He has no attacking power at all.
He's fast as hell.
He can. Okay, so he can run away. That's about it.
Wait, isn't he at max speed? Isn't he pretty much going at Mach or something?
Yeah,
I forgot.
He when he caught up to Aragorn, when Aragorn was flying to the council to kill him with the lullaby flute. Happy brought Natsu at Mach speed, across the land to catch up to Aragorn. I mentioned that last discussion video, but yeah.
Helios is far enough away. He might be able to Mach speed headbutt or something. But that's about it.
You better hope it kills when you do it.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, I think the retaliation's gonna hurt a little bit more than a headbutt.
Yeah.
I mean, Happy has weapons. As we saw in the Phantom Lord arc, he throws food at people.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, I actually want
to.
If he threw food at me, I'd be more happy with to eat it because it's.
Well, no, the food that he threw was leftovers. They were fish scales and
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Happy.
Yeah.
You can have it. I don't remember. It's been a while since the Phantom Lord arc. I didn't honestly remember any of this.
Yeah, you threw bad food at him.
The Sky Labyrinth is. I think if I remember correctly, that is one of the trippiest episodes I've ever seen. If I remember correctly about Fairy Tail.
The Labyrinth?
With all the yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so I was just gonna get to that. So that was the first event of the games, and 113 teams got entered. At first, I legitimately thought it was they're all their own guilds, but later we found out 2 guild or guilds had the possibility of putting 2 teams in at one time. So that's about like 50, 55 guilds or whatever, roughly, whatever more. So that was interesting to see, and I would have liked to see the other major 7 that beat the Labyrinth. I would have liked see them going through their like Labyrinth experience. Like, what did they have to deal with in order to win, kind of stuff.
The episode tried to with those little glimpses.
A little bit, yeah, but like you only saw like Rogan, like Sting, just standing there looking at everyone falling. So they weren't like really doing anything.
Well, it's what they do. It's their personality. They think they're better than everyone else because they're the top dogs in Sabretooth. But what I was gonna say is, I just love the irony of Fairy Tail saying, "I hope we finished first," and then they're like, "You finished 8th," but then on top of the insult that they finished 8th. The other team that they didn't even know was entered from their guild
got second.
Finished in like, yeah, it's like, wow, how bad can it get? The team you didn't even know was entered. Oh, in Cobra's broken spirit when he thought Mystagon was there, and then it
was. Oh my god, that was such like, oh my god, my heart just like sank when I saw Mystagon.
This is a Mystagon fanboy right here, so we couldn't have that. I was so happy when they showed that. I was like, he's gonna think it's Mystagon. Then when they said, he's like, what's Mystagon doing here? And they said, and then it was a breaks Cobra's spirit by saying, Jalal, is that you? And he's like,
the moment he put his finger up, and I'm like, ah, shoot. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, that was.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense if Mystagon was brought back because there's no magic in Edolas.
Yeah.
So I mean, they can get to Edolas from Earthland, but they can't come back.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta understand. Sometimes the power of fanboys makes you forget those things, and you really want Mystagon to be back and using 7-layer sleep circle.
Yeah. Well, Mystagon didn't use magic; he used staff magic, which is like items imbued with sleep magic. Yeah.
Well, whatever he used, it was called 7-layer sleep.
7-layer something like he did with Loxus too, but it was like different.
Yeah, and then he missed.
Yeah. But yeah, so the games start, or the Labyrinth event starts or whatever, and we see a new spirit that Lucy has. It's the compass. I can't remember the name.
Which was completely made a joke of. Which was completely made a joke of by Earth saying, "Yeah, I know. That's why I have a regular compass."
Yeah, just like,
one that's normal.
Like, I have it right here. He just stole the compass. Oh god.
And they go in the corner and sob in sadness.
But that Twilight Ogre bit was unnecessary. I think.
Yeah.
It was greatness.
They full on. For some reason, just like Amnesia, forgot the whole fact that they lost like every single fight against Fairy Tail when they arrived again.
I mean, did you see how hard they were hit? It's no wonder they wouldn't remember.
Also, their master.
I mean, it's not fair. That's pretty fucked.
Their master and like their entire guild got wrecked by 3 members. so like the master and Urza and Mira all went in there, just wrecked the entire guild.
All S+ class wizards, and I think I wanna if Mary Jane and Urza are S class, I'm gonna assume that Makarov is above that, obviously.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah. He's
so
like
I don't know.
In this terms, he is legitimately like master level, like in this truest sense.
He's a Saint Wizard.
Yeah, Wizard Saint. There you go.
Well, I wasn't sure. I don't remember. I didn't remember them saying that, so that's why I didn't say it, because I was trying to. Okay, so since they already said that, yeah, I already knew he was. I was just saying.
Yeah,
I
think
they
we've
said
only
it
seen,
a long time ago.
I think
we've
only seen like four or five.
Oh, that's right. That's because they also confirmed that the leader of Phantom Lord was also a Saint Wizard.
So yeah, we have
we
have that Phantom Lord guy as a Wizard Saint. Makarov as a Wizard Saint. Jalal used to be one, or he might still be. I don't know. And then shoot, what's the guy from Lamia Scale?
Jura.
Jura. I think there's one more that we've seen. I'm not sure. It could just be those 4. But yeah.
No, we've only seen those.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see the other 6. You know, like the 10 Wizard Saints. Yeah.
From the Natsu versus Jalal fight, when the little ring comes down, when I first saw that episode, I was like, oh, is Natsu gonna be named a Wizard Saint because he beat a Wizard Saint in Dragon Force?
Yeah. That would have been cool if Natsu got like wizard, like top tier wizards. But I mean, Urza and like Gildarts and all of them, they constantly beat him, just like in one hit.
I mean, let's talk about this. Gildarts made Natsu cry by powering up, essentially.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Like, Gildarts was turned down the role of Wizard Saint, right? Like, if I'm remembering that correctly? I think I remember that correctly. He got the opportunity to be one, but he said no. I think that's what has happened, right?
Yeah, but it seems like all the roles he's given that put him like above everyone else, he doesn't. He seems like go a carefree style. That seems to be his lifestyle. Traveling the world, coming back when he feels like it, and probably talking about different women he's been with.
But yeah, so once they won 8th place in the Labyrinth, we saw their new outfits, like purple outfits, whatever. That moment with Elfman was very, very funny.
Dude, that ruined my life, man.
With Wendy's outfit.
When I first saw this, when I first saw it, I didn't click at first that was Wendy's outfit that he was holding, that she was no longer able to wear because she's in the hospital bed, and I'm like, there's no way he's gonna actually try, is it? Please don't do this to me. I can't handle this right now. Like that.
This is really funny.
Love.
Yeah, I noticed some stuff from their uniforms that I didn't notice before. Well, I did notice in the later episodes with Lucy and stuff, but like, I didn't know they put in she has that white hair tail thingy, whatever it's called.
Like a bow?
You see it for like... No, it's like... It's connected to the end of her hair.
Huh.
They show it later, more clearly, but they show it there, and I just noticed it. I was like, oh, I didn't know they had it there.
Yeah, I like how it's I like how it's mostly like their normal outfits, but just like colored to, I guess, masters.
Purple-eyed. It's purple-eyed.
I guess a master made it purple, I guess.
And not too sad, because he wants black and orange.
Yeah.
And white.
Yeah, he's like, black and gray, yeah. And then we saw, I forget her name, but basically Edolas Grandina.
That was...
Poor Lushka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her. We saw her again. She's helping Wendy out, which is good. I want to see I know we're never going back to Edolas, but I would like to see MYSTAGON for one, but the other Edolas dragon, like doppelgangers, like seeing all of them, because Grandina, the Earth, the Edolas Grandina, forget her name again. I'm probably never gonna remember it. Anyways, she's got red eyes and her outfit looks like dragon teeth, like the thing
the collar,
up, whatever.
The collar,
So I'd love to see the other dragons in Edolas, what their outfits kind of symbolize, and unlike Natsu's dragon. Shoot, forgot his name too.
It's Igneo.
Igneo, there we go. And then Metallicana. All of them, like what they look like in Edolas, what their fashion style is. But yeah, it's pretty cool that she's there helping Wendy out. It'll be cool to see if she can get back or something. I don't know. Well, I don't think she'll be back into the games because Elfman took her place. So we'll have to, I guess, wait and see what happens there.
Well, I mean, I think I remember the Edolas Grandine now. It's
Polyushka.
Yeah, that's her name's so long and weird. It's just so hard to remember.
Poraluska?
Yeah, something like that.
Poraluska.
Trashin.
Poraluska.
Yeah, she claims. I mean, she said she talked to Wendy because when Wendy was actually nervous that was sad that she wouldn't get the proof to her team that she wanted to help them and she couldn't, and she thought she failed them, and then that's when she told her that she should be good in like some time of bed rest, and there'll be plenty of time for her to compete or something.
Okay.
She said that right in that episode.
Okay, cool. So I guess she will take Elfman's place when she's good and ready. Well, cool. Yeah. So then we saw Mavis. We saw
which
Mavis.
made Cobra's so happy. He's
Oh my
like,
God.
because I remember him back when she was first introduced. He's like, I like her. She seems cool. I like her voice. And then all you hear is her voice before you see her feet waving, and then you hear her voice, and Cobra goes like big smile mode, and then they show he's like, yes.
It was so funny how she was like, she's not missing, or like the island's boring for her, and she like, she's just here as like
to
moral,
to see them their guild compete
as like
for
moral
no reason
support,
at all.
and her seeing Jalal was hilarious. Like,
yeah, it's like because when the master's like. He used to be a 10-wizard saint.
Yeah, and she's like sitting there thinking about it.
Turns around with stars in her eyes, like the sparkles inspiring hope. It's like, then we obviously can win this now. No one can stop us now, or something like that. It was kind of adorable, honestly. It's really adorable.
She's awesome. Can't wait to see more from her. But yeah, she's there, like rooting on Fairy Tail. And Natsu said that too. He goes, well, at least we have Mavis like rooting for us or whatever. When the whole crowd was like booing them, whatever, when they came in.
And then remember when Grace says, well, at least the ghost likes us.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I was saying in the beginning of this, I'm like going down the list of all the things I've noted in these episodes. But yeah, Blue Pegasus having a bunny guy. I said out of place, like it's so out of place, like Pegasus, like a horse. Why would a bunny be there? It's like I have no idea.
Wait, my favorite part is when they showed the bunny guy in the episode. You did the same pose that the bunny was doing.
Yeah.
Say, what the heck's that bunny doing there?
I was like mocking him because he was just sitting there with his thumbs or whatever and then they did it later on. They just kept doing poses and stuff, and like the bunny guy's just following their lead kind of thing. It was really funny. But yeah, then we learned about Fairy Tail Team B, of course. Mystagon, Jalal,
We have Mira in there. That's already best team ever. I totally want that team to win. Let's go, Mira.
And then in the background of all these episodes, it's just been a bunch of like, moments where it suddenly becomes all dark and stuff, and they're just like, who could it be? For like a split second.
It's like this is quite the uproar or whatever the announcer said, and then I cut to like their feet walking in, and then it panned up. It cut to their feet, and then it zoomed out to Loxus doing lightning of the fairy tale symbol, and that's when I clicked. I was like, that's where they went. But yeah, it's interesting that they chose. Well, I mean, now that I think about it, no, it's not that weird. They chose Juvia in that group because Juvia and Gaja were once like top dog in Phantom Wizard, or Phantom Lord, Phantom Wizard, and then we have Jalal, who used to be Wizard Saint, and then we have Loxus and Mira, who are S class. So yeah, it's all around. It's a very, very powerful team.
Well, the entire team is S class level. Mary Jane is pretty much S class. Laxus is S class. Juvia is S class, and so is Gagio. They're just not in Fairy Tail S class recognized.
Yeah.
Well,
they're the top dogs of Phantom Lord. Yeah.
Well, I think Mira technically is 100% confirmed S class. They said she used to be an S class wizard before she had lost her powers back in the when they were talking about in the earlier episodes. And then when she got him back, I'm pretty sure she re-cemented her place as an S class wizard when she pulled out Satan's soul to beat the crap out of Freed.
Yeah, I full on agree that it would not make sense for her to lose her S class like spot if like she is not sure about her powers, like because it all happened with Lizana, right? That's when she lost her powers, pretty much.
That's when she stopped using them, I believe, in terms
right,
of
and
that
she kind of like, and she sort of like, it seemed like she like just had like a mental block, like Elfman did. And then when they both had that like kind of moment of clarity, they both gained full control over their abilities again. So. And
then when, actually, if you think about it, Mary Jane didn't act. Well, yeah, Mary Jane got hers later though, but obviously that was due to the fact that she already lost Lizana before at that time, and she didn't need to watch her younger brother also get the crap kicked out of him until the point where when Freed said death, that kind of triggered it because it's like I remember Lizana, she is dead, and then Elfman.
It's that mental block getting through it, yeah. So, so we know the event is called Hidden. There's so many things that it could be. but we know like the people going into the event. So what I'm wondering is, like, maybe you guys can clarify if I missed something. But when they were explaining the rules in the big like pillar tablet thing, they were explaining the point system and everything. This is, I don't know what they call it. I just call it event. But so this is hidden, but they had a whole different thing on that pillar, like showing 1v1 scenarios, and so I'm wondering if this is a 1v1 event or is it like an all-out brawl kind of thing.
Oh no!
Did I miss that?
It said hidden plus battles. That means during hidden there can be battles, or like people are going to go against each other.
All right, so it is a kind of all-out brawl kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, we have kind of. We have Jaeger, who is a Quattro Cerberus dog guy. Beth, which is kind of like a farm girl, kind of country girl, mermaid heel. Null Pudding, which is in the X Dark Guild Raventail. Eve, which is a Blue Pegasus, which is the youngest, I think, of the boys, and then Rufus, which is pretty much like Zorro. It seems like, and then we have Leon, Gray, and Juvia. Which that last three, Leon, Juvia, and Gray,
the biggest clusterfuck of all time.
That was really funny, is seeing Leon step up to the plate, Gray following suit, and then Juvia is following suit from Gray. It's like a 3-hit combo there. Leon, without any hesitation, said, "I'm going in." Gray wanted to go in to fight Leon, and then Juvia's going in because Gray's going in.
Juvia's reasoning is just for one thing, and that's my boy Gray.
All because Leon wanted to go in. So all three of them are going in now. Yeah, it should be interesting. Again, I have no... I mean, there's so many things hidden could be that I don't want to... I could speculate, but... I don't know. It's called a hidden. And they speculate that it's about being, of course, hidden. So, I don't know. Leon and Gray will probably be... Oh, and Juvia. Actually, yeah. Leon, Gray, and Juvia probably have the best bet in here because they could both do their ice, decoy. And then Juvia can just turn into water and go somewhere. So, I mean, that's working in their favor.
Well, I mean, I want to point out that I think this may... Wow. And I can't believe I'm realizing this while we're recording. This is interesting. I think this might have been one of the episodes, one of the few episodes in the series that I somehow missed, because I don't remember this game at all. So, this is kind of blind for me in a sense, too. I really don't remember this being a thing. So... Yeah, this is cool.
So you have no idea about this event?
This event specifically, no. Wow, this is kind of. I was. Oh, I'm gonna have to change that by next time.
Change what?
The fact that I don't know what it is or what's going on in terms of this actual contest.
Yeah, so it's 8 people, all teams. I guess the thing is they all go in and then they fight one-on-one while they're inside this arena or something. I wonder if it's going to be, since it's 8 people, where the arena is going to be, unless they bring in stuff into the main arena, or they're going to go somewhere off arena to do it. Or something. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, it should be interesting. It is a Magic place. Magic games, so I'm sure Magic is involved somehow.
Are you gonna continue to say Pumpkin Man during commercial breaks?
I stopped at the end.
Please do. No, please do. Every time. I want to be reminded every time. So that way if I have to tab out for a second, I'll still know what part it's at because I'll hear you say Pumpkin Man.
It's
it's the commercial break.
As a sync point, it's Pumpkin Man. I realized at the middle of this episode that might get annoying after a while, so I stopped at the end.
I don't mind. It only happens once per episode. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, but still, some people might.
So it's 3 times per video.
Yeah, or
an hour-long video 3 times. That's so bad.
I didn't actually realize you said Pumpkin Man until you stopped saying Pumpkin Man. Because you're oh, I gotta stop now.
Yeah.
I was like, he's been saying that the entire time.
Yeah, so I look forward to the next episodes because it's actually a good point to stop, in my opinion, because then I can kind of, for the next couple of days, kind of think about what the hidden might mean, or kind of theories about it or whatever. So it'll be interesting for me to kind of sync up some stuff and then watch the episodes and actually find out what it is. It's fun for me that way, anyways.
Yeah, I can see that. But you can't forget to tell the adoring audience one thing. You gotta say, 1 like equals 1 Ichia.
God.
Oh my gosh, please.
We decided
no
on
more.
this last time.
No, you
we have
decided
to do this. No, the group decided it. Not
No,
just me.
you.
I wasn't the one saying it. I wasn't the one saying
You
it.
can go back, reel the tape, go back.
No.
Watch the last discussion. He
I
started
said
it.
hang up a poster of Ichia. I didn't say anything about 1 like equals 1
Oh,
Ichia.
yeah.
That might have been
Speaking of that, Darkwolf found a Wendy poster. That's like full length, like my posters, like big
What?
posters or whatever. That's all Wendy.
What?
Well, there's posters for each character.
Oh, is
So
there?
obviously you're buying that for me, right?
Of course.
There's this one pack that Darkwolf found of all the celestial wizards or celestial spirits. Sorry, celestial spirits like Taurus and Cancer and all them. Like every single one have their own, by themselves full length poster. It's like a pack of all the posters. And they're like big, 24 by 36 inches, big posters, like huge posters. So I thought about getting that and just kind of switching out the posters every once in a while to different spirits.
Well, what you're actually gonna do is you're gonna turn your room into the celestial spirit world.
I need a bubble machine and those laser things that show like the stars on the ceiling.
Yes, that's what we need. We need to have a poster. We need to make them even on the roof, so your whole room will have every spirit. You'll have a partying room with all the celestial spirits. You will have the celestial spirit world in your room. That's all we need. And then get a plushie of the celestial spirit king.
They don't need like a full size wall one of the celestial king, like on my huge blank wall on my side of the wall. That it's like it's a humongous blank wall. That I could put.
The Celestial Spirit King would take up way too much room.
No, we need him.
Huge. He is massive.
Giant.
He is.
Giant.
He's stash face.
He is most definitely stash face.
Yeah. It was so funny when he came up. He kept saying "smile," like when he was smiling.
It's because in the Japanese sub. He says that too, but it's like a little quirk that his character has.
Yeah, but it reminds me so much of those other.
It's kind of like how Plu says "poom poom" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what it reminds me of is all those other animes where other characters, like sometimes they'll say "stare," and they'll stare at the person. It's like, well, I guess the Celestial Spirit Kings is smiling. Well, I don't know what's creepier, his big smile with his big stash,
I was trying to
or
think
someone
of
staring at me.
I was trying to think of other characters that do certain like I know like what's his face does it with like a man.
Ichia does it when he does the little sniff, 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 sniff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's little quirks. It's little quirks that each character has.
Yeah.
I know. It's just kind of funny to me. But I will say, we did get introduced in a sense to another character this episode because I don't think they've mentioned this character beforehand ever, really per se. It's not really an important character. Well, I don't know. I mean, she looks like she'd be good for fan service. It's Jenny at the booth, the
Jenny
booth thing.
Yeah.
Jenny's the best.
She was part of Pegasus.
Yeah,
Blue Pegasus.
Yeah, apparently.
She's part of Blue Pegasus.
Didn't even know.
They said that she was like a centerfold or something for
she's a model.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, then never mind. I'm imagining she will most 100% be used somehow in some way to show fan service now. She's a model. Oh man, that gives it away now. You don't have to watch the show.
Well, she's an announcer though. She's not in the games. So.
It's a special guest. It's a special guest. Like they invite random people.
Okay.
So yeah, they can be in the games and not in the games. The only ones who will stay, the only constant ones you'll see are Yajima and the bald guy, or the big tiny face. The tiny face guy.
Yeah, the chef guy and the tiny face guy. I mentioned that too. I was like, he's got a small face.
Yeah, but I know you said you wanted to, end on a point that made sense. But I just want to say now that we better see Wendy back out there because she gives me happiness.
Yeah, but again, like I don't see how she is going to be good on one-on-one fights, like, because she's all
she just needs to use her kawaii face and everything will be okay.
But she did get that book from Grandina.
Exactly.
How come you didn't say that when they picked her on the team? You were like, "Oh, you were so upset," but you didn't.
Well, I just remembered it. I remembered it now.
That's why when you said that, I was like,
discrimination against Wendy, man.
But again, she never got to train with those abilities because they lost 3 months in the spirit world.
She learned it though, didn't you see? She was using the fast reading glasses before they left.
That's true. Okay.
She didn't read up on them. She didn't get to practice them that much.
I mean, and it's obvious that even if she didn't per se
master
them, I'm sure the second origin helped in some way.
Probably. Yeah. All right.
I mean, she probably has the reserves to use him.
Probably, yeah. It'll actually be cool to see if Lucy can use more than one spirit now. At a time. It was really cool to see. Because, like, before, they always talked about 2 spirits at a time. And then, like, with the Loki arc, she summoned all of her spirits at the same time. Back then she only had like 5 or 6, or no, she had like quite a few actually. She had like 7.
Yeah, she had like 7. Yeah, she had like 7.
She summoned them for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
that still takes a lot of magic art just to get them out there in form.
She summoned them long enough for a sweet pan shot and like slow motion, and then she
and her explaining how much friendship means to them, like Fairy Tail does so well.
Just enough time to get the point across, and then she passes out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she can summon 2 spirits at once. I know Loki's previous key holder, she couldn't do 2 spirits at once. So, and Angel can do 2 spirits. So Angel was capable of doing it.
What I would like to say is that I am happy I saw these episodes again because I had completely forgotten about Jenny, and now I know which character I can use for fan service in my story.
Oh, damn.
Gosh. There was one thing... this with the Lamia scale group. The dog guy with the sock? What is that about? Remember the guy from...
it's Toby. Toby was his name, and he's Dog Boy.
He's got a sock. He's got a sock on like a necklace now for some reason. I have no idea.
Well, everyone knows dogs love to play with random things. I don't know. That's probably what it is. That's probably the joke.
It's a character quirk joke thing they do.
There's
a lot of random stuff.
So yeah, this is a good point to wrap up. So I'm just gonna go on a high note saying this arc is certainly becoming one of the cool ones because when they were telling the audience, whatever, like the people in the events, they had like those cool like name display things come up saying like Jaeger, and like his full name, or Beth and Leon and Gray and all that stuff. I thought that was a nice touch. But I'm full on happy to see all of waiting or whatever of all the different events because they're all hidden until the day of, and then not explained until the day or the minute it starts. So I kind of like that idea. Like in last episode, I talked about, or last discussion, I talked about how other animes always do, or seem to do, like an arena or like a tournament kind of thing. Like with Ruby, it was a whole volume, whatever. With Ruby, it was sort of the same thing in a way, how like a character, you never know who was fighting until like the moment of, like they had that like ticker system, that like tick through all the members and then just pick 2 and then they fought. So it's really interesting to see how maybe where they got their inspiration for the Ruby tournament. Because I know Ruby has like inspirations from all different anime, but I'm pretty sure they got some inspiration from Fairy Tail Tournament.
I'm pretty sure they do because I don't know what the guy's name is, but it's one of the guys for Games Grump, the chubby guy. He said in one of the commercials they do for Rooster Teeth, he said that he's a big fan of Fairy Tail, so pretty sure someone recommended
one of the writers?
Or inspired. No, not one of the writers. He's from Game Grumps, I think. But he works in the office for animation too. Because in one of the videos I've seen him like drawing stuff. I think he does the RT animations, the stick figure ones.
No, that's a I can't remember his name. Shoot, he's a skinny guy. He's not a chubby guy. I think you're talking about shoot, what is it? I keep forgetting all these names. So many names.
He has a beard, right, and glasses.
Yeah, but he's not from Game Grumps. He's not.
No,
he's not in Game Grumps at all.
I remember someone asking him about it. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, he's not from Game Grumps. He does drawing stuff for he does drawing stuff for the RT subscribers, people who subscribe to RT. He does like drawing stuff with other people. Yeah, he's an animator. I think he works on other stuff too, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that I just heard it in one of the commercials. I forgot which one it was. It was an RT recap. He was just like, click here because to find Happy or something.
Interesting. Yeah, I know. I know Monty Ohm, the creator of Ruby, said that they got inspiration from tons of animes, and they for their tournament for Ruby, they drew inspiration from other tournaments and animes. So that's where I got that information from. So I'm glad I'm in Fairy Tail now and watching their tournament, like their rendition of the tournament. So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see the other events and what they entail and everything. And hopefully next episode, like, either gets through half of this hidden event or finishes it up in one episode, and then we get to the next episode that shows the next event. But I'm sure it's not that quick. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be like a couple episodes per event.
Well, this is a 50 episode long arc.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if they do one event per episode, it would be over like like seconds, or like whatever. But yeah, I can definitely see them. Again, I can see them drawing it out a couple episodes at a time.
Then again, there's also that hidden agenda side arc happening right now.
Yeah, with the wall and the hidden magic, or the
dark magic.
Dark magic that's been let there, yeah. So I guess we'll find out that sooner or later. So it's not the Dark Guild, Raventail, because Raventail's new. Yeah. So we have them down as like not part of the whole thing.
So it's not Raventail because they just debuted, so it has to be something older than that. Because they said they felt it throughout this entire 7 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They felt it before when the Raventail wasn't there. That's what Joel said. Yeah. So yeah, it could be just a person in the stands, so just like doing something. I don't know. I'm
sure there'll be spoilers in the comments.
Probably, but I'm not gonna read them, so don't worry. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for Justin, Richard, and Natsu for joining me.
No problem.
And next episode will probably be out the same day as the reaction on Wednesday. We'll watch episode 58, 59, and 60. 160. And then hopefully we get to see some more cool battles and such. Or more battles. We haven't fought. Well, we did see them fight the Labyrinth. But yeah, more battles.
And very potent parfums. We should get to see more of that too, I'm sure.
Alright. We're leaving. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.